Hi there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley here. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd come on and do a little card. I've been playing about with a couple of old dies, and yesterday I made this card. You may have seen it on my social media Instagram account, Handmade by Shirley. And what I did on this one was I was using kind of decorative dies. I was just mucking about, and I've started to get interested in doing a bit of clean and simple as well as doing other types of techniques. So this was kind of based on clean and simple in a way. So it was just white on white with this lovely die, which is quite old. I don't know if you still get this, called Whistle a Happy Tune die from Cherry Lynn Dies, Cherry Lynn Designs. It does say made in the US of A, so I don't know if you can still get something similar in America. So, and then I'd just gone over it with some of the gilding wax from Treble or Treble, not entirely sure, over the top. I'd also cut out so many of these and stacked them because I thought that would help as well. And I just popped, I had got a little musical note stamp. I just stamped a few in the background. Then I did, this piece was a Stampin'Up punch, I can't remember the name of it. And I just put some gilding wax on the back plate because it's got a decorative back plate, and then this piece is usually where you write the sentiment, the words. So I did that, and then I just popped a little star on at the end, and that was yesterday's card. But I thought I'd try and come on and do a bit more of a fun card today. So this is what I kind of came up with. I've not put this one together, but what I wanted to show you was how I just did quickly this easy background. But it was just so fun with all the nice colours, pinks and blues and purple and a bit yellow. So I thought I'd come on and do that today, and show you that actually I've pre-cut out my treble cleft, is what these are called, if you're musical at all, which I am a bit. And I decided, instead of keeping it as one shape, I could actually cut off this bit here, which is this piece, the musical stave, and I could just make it slightly different. So that's what I've done. So I've cut another two out because I want to stack them to give it a bit more resilience. And as I say, I've got two layers. I've got my base card. I'll put all the measurements in the description. I've got a black one to coordinate with the black cleft and the stave, and I've just picked one of the colours from the colourful background, and I've picked the pink, and I could have picked purple, yellow or the blue, and then I've just got a piece of white. This is basic white from Stampin'Up, and then I just punched out with another Stampin'Up punch, 2 1/4 inch circle punch, this piece here. And I was going to use the pink, but I realised that I'd actually debossed that side, which is just as nice. You can use the deboss side, but when I turned it over, I thought it actually looked nicer with the white. And so all I'm really going to show you is how to stack this. I've also got a little greeting which says just a note to say thanks. I'll do that as well. And then all I was going to really show you, I'm sure most people can do this, it's not rocket science, was how I did the background, and then we can pop the card together. So I'll pop that up there just now, out the way. So all I did was, as I say, I got this little these musical notes. Now I'm trying to think where these are from. I've had them for ages in my Craftstash, so they could be from anywhere. This is the packaging. Oh, it's from Stampendous. It It's a Stampendous stamp and it's called Cling Double Note. I'm not sure if you still get these particular ones, but you might get something similar from Stampendous. So I'll just show you what I did. I mean, it's pretty easy. So I've got this piece of basic white and I just used a variety of colours. They are Stampin' Up ones, so I've got a polished pink one that I think I used. Let's just get that bit back. Yeah, I think I used polished pink. I can't remember what purple, and I did Night of Navy and another one, but we can change it up. We don't have to do that one. So it's just a case of randomly kind of placing your double musical note thing. I mean, you could, if you've got a sort of musical embossing folder, you could do something like that if you wanted to do a similar thing to this. Yeah, just thought it was a fun, bright, and you know, it's nice to kind of get cheered up. We all need a wee bit of cheering up, especially at winter time when it's not as nice weather and you can't get out as much as you'd like to. So that's the first one. I'm just going to rub that off. Although saying that, today here in the UK it's actually pretty nice outside. I've already had a walk this morning. So yeah, it's been pretty nice. So I've got this one, I think this is the one I used. It was actually Fresh Freesia. And just, it's a bit lighter, as you can see. A bit lighter, but it's still nice and colourful. And it's just, I just think it's fun to do some fun things. Sometimes I get stuck in that rut of doing things that are a bit, I don't know, adult. I don't know if that's the right word to use. So there we go, that's that. I like to, maybe that's what I should do. My mantra this year is make some more, bit more sort of fun things. Now, let's see, I've got Night of Navy, so I've got a little bit of Night of Navy, and then I might change, or I might change it up. We'll not put Night of Navy because we had that in the last one. And if the cat appears on the table, she's just popped into the room and is running around like a mad thing. So she may jump on the table, hopefully not, but if she does, well, that's, you know why. So I'm using this colour, which is Pear Pizzazz. And I've had these colours for a fair number of years now, so they're still working. They didn't need re-inked yet. So we'll see how they go. So, you know, you're just making a really, really fun background. And there's the yellow one I had, which was Pineapple Punch. I'm not sure if that's still a colour with Stampin' Up. That might be well retired, but it doesn't matter. Just use what you've got. Always say in your stash, because let's see, let's put one up here. Yeah, just use what you've got. I mean, sometimes it is nice to buy new things from time to time, and that's fine. And I think I'll just do one more here, and that'll do me. So that was how I made the background. Really, really easy. I'm just going to now stamp. So it's slightly, that one's slightly got a bit more on it to that one, but I think we might choose, let's see which one looks better. So actually, before I stop stamping, I'm going to just get a piece of, this is some other basic white, and I have got some just in black on the back, so I'm going to just use this nice sentiment. So it's just a note, meaning could be the notes in here. So I wonder, now I think I'm going to use my black memento just to keep the colours into that. Oh, that's a bit, let's do that again. That was a bit too much pressure, I think, there. Just a little bit pressure, and we get a nice crisp writing. Right, so pop that to the side for a minute, and then I'll decide which one I'm going to do, whether I'll do the one I already had or the new one. Let's just get a clean piece of paper as well. A cleanish piece. There we go. So that's the one I've just did, and that was the one I had before. Let's just have a wee look before we put any of the extra bits on. So pop that up there just now. So that's the one I've just did, which is actually pretty cool. I really like that one. I think we'll keep that for another one. And I'll pop that there to kind of one side, I thought. And then we can pop that there and pop this in here as well, kind of that way, just under there. And then I'll pop my sentiment on the right hand bottom corner. So I can keep that for another card as well. Right, so just try and get rid of some of this mess. So what I did here was, for the treble cleft and the stave, was I decided, I was kind of looking at it and thinking, what could I do different? Because I like doing a wee bit different stuff. I don't like kind of doing the same thing. So I thought, oh, what could I do? So I poked all the pieces out after I die cut it. And I thought, well, really that's the actual treble clef shape, just without that extra bit on. But then I looked at it and I thought, oh well, that's a musical stave. I could cut those two and I could use these as two separate pieces. So that's how I arrived at that idea. So I'm just poking these out, and I'll do the same with this one. Just get rid of that. Move that there now. And then, so we'll just poke this out off camera just now, so I don't have to move all these bits again. Oh. And that bit comes out too. Well, if you are using your dies and things, you know, don't ever feel that you have to use them just as is. You can snip into them and do other things with them. You have to just use them as is. Right, so what I did was I got my scissors and I cut off. So if we bring these into play, cut off. So I cut off this bit basically here, like that, and then cut that bit off at this bit. So I'll neaten it up in a minute. And then I came round here and I cut this bit away as well. There we go, and that gave me my, I'll sort that in a minute because it's not very neat. And then I just cut off that because I thought, well, I don't need that either. And then, so just do the same with this one as well. And then down here, just here at the bottom, cut that away. And then that gives you these two pieces. So you actually have two pieces. And so what I want to do here is I just want to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one that I've already cut on the top. Oh, and just measure them up. There we go, like so. And then I can just chop that bit to the same so that it looks the same. There we go. It's not quite the same, is it? So just take a few seconds to go round and then do the same with this one as well, so that I kind of get it looking similar. I can always cut it away again when I get to when I get them glued on. So just cutting round there and cutting there, and that'll do just now. Let's just check these. So these, oh, that's not got its wee bit cut out yet. So just pop these together as well, like so. Possibly just cut that excess off there. Yep, so now I'm going to just glue them together. Rid of that. And I can cut any raggedy bits off. So I think this is the one that I had initially. So I'm going to pop some glue onto here, just on various bits, so that we can get that held in place. I don't want glue oozing out of it, but then I don't want it not to be sticking, and we don't want to entwine them like that if we can help it. So I'll just pop that over the top there. Just get them together. I can fix that bit because there's a wee bit jutting out there at the bottom, but that's okay. I can fix that in a bit. And then, let's see, there's a bit here which I might just even up. I'm going to put that on the back. So I'll just pop some more glue in the thicker bits and a little bit on these pieces, obviously, because that needs to stick on there as well. There we go, and then stick that over the top, bring it to the front, and just sort of get it in. And that just gives it a wee bit more rigidity because it's quite thin, depending on what kind of card you do it on, but most cards, unless you're doing it on 300 GSM or something, that's probably thick enough. But this was because it was just on probably 180 GSM or something. So I'm just neatening that off, taking away some of these wee bits that don't look as neat. And Same down here, there's a wee bit here that's a wee bit, needs a wee bit neatening up. There we go. So that's that bit done. Right, so just to add, pop these together now as well. Right, so similar thing, just pop some glue onto the back of these pieces where you can, like the notes, the crotchet parts, and a couple of wee bits on here, just so it sticks on top, and just line it up with that crotchet at the top there. Now I'm just pushing it into place, there we go, and then this last one, and we can just even that off as well, so just a tiny bit on the thicker bits. Always try and use glue, wet glue in your projects, because people do use tape pens and things, and that's fine for some. I tend to use that for the inserts on my cards when I do the insert, but I think it's better with wet glue, because if you especially if you're selling your cards and you're giving them to a recipient, or you know you're doing a commission. And for instance, if you do a commission and your card suddenly comes apart, I'm just going to take that off, and it's because maybe somebody's put it somewhere in the sun and they've not really thought about anything like that happening to it. Whereas if you have glue, wet glue, it's much stronger, and you know it will stick for longer. So it's just a wee heads up. I'm not saying don't use tape runner, because yes, you can use it, but if you want your cards to stay together, your boxes to stay together, I would definitely use a glue adhesive. Right, so that's that done. So it just gives it a wee bit rigidity, and it's a wee bit stronger now. So we can pop our card together. Now first of all, I'm going to just, I think I'm going to use this again, and I might just use this bit off the actual card to put on there. I think that's what I'm going to do. And before I actually pop this together, I just want to add another note on the corner there, because it looks like it needs it. And I'm just going to do it in black memento, because that can hide, there's a wee mark there, and that will just hide that wee mark. So I'll just stick it on there. Oh, there we go, it's a bit dark, but that's okay. It will just be in keeping with the black from the stave and the black from the treble cleft. Right, so all I need to do now is pop this together quickly. So we're just going to pop the first layer, which is a black cardstock. We'll just pop that down what I call flat, which is just down flat with no dimension on it, with some glue. So that just goes on there, and there should be a wee border all the way round. And as I say, I'll leave the measurements in the description box, everything that I've used in the description box. If you're interested in any of it, I'll leave the name of the company. Now this pink layer I'm going to put down flat again, what I call flat. And it should have a tiny little bit of a border all the way round. I'm sorry I'm out of camera shot there. Just try and make sure that is straight. There we go. And then this layer that I made, which was stamped, and I'm just going to do it flat as well. And then I think we might put the other things on dimensions. Not decided yet though. So pop that on as well. And I just think that's such a fun wee card. Wee bit that you've stamped. I think that's so cute. Just make sure that's flat. Yep, that's good. And then I've got a bit of glue oozing out there. I don't want that. And then this bit here, I'm thinking I might put up on foam pads. So I've just got one big foam pad. I'm going to pop into the middle of that at the back. And then I'm going to pop this to the left, kind of over to the left side here. I'm going to pop that onto a foam pad as well. So I'm going to get, I've got sticky scissors, which I always keep sticky scissors. I call them sticky because it's usually, I use these scissors with things like glue or that double-sided pads or, you know, something sticky. So I'm going to just pick that up and pop that on the back. Just pop this to this side here. Just trying to keep it kind of straightish. And then this bit here, I'm going to just pop on like so, but I'm going to just put it on with glue. So I only really want to, because it's going to be this bit here, this part here that's going to be on here, I don't want to put glue on there or there. So I only really want to put glue on this piece here. Like that. So, oh, it's a bit much. I think I've put slightly too much on there, but it is going on to embossing, so hopefully that will be okay. So just want to pop that on as well there. Just hold it for a few seconds because it's going on to a bumpy surface. And I want to make sure it's stuck. And then this wee bit here, I just want to pop on there. So it's only going to be this bit up to these, that first note that I really need to put glue on. So we'll just put a wee bit on there, a wee bit here, like that. And then I'm just going to stick that on there and just hold it for a few seconds. I might put the glue bottle on it a bit as well. There we go. And then the last thing, I'm just going to add a couple of wee tiny gems to it. So I've got these gems. So I've got similar colour here. And I'm just going to dot a few around. So I'll put one there. And I'm going to use the different colours, so I'll use the blue one as well. We don't have blue in it, but it doesn't matter. Put one here, just because it's such a fun wee card. I think we'll just pop a couple of different ones on. And one more maybe, or will we leave it as is? I think think I might put one more. I know usually it's 3 or 5, but I'm just being a wee bit different today. I think I'll pop that there to hide that mark. So that is me done, and I hope you enjoyed watching me make this card, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please say you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, and you can see me making more projects on this channel, Handmade by Shirley. Thanks very much, and I look forward to bringing more to you soon. Bye for now.